Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer and the channel's name is Jenny, and today I want to do a video about enlightening people who are from singlehood to dating, who have been single and now they want to start dating. And let me tell you, singleness is not a disease. Alright? If you want to stay single, well and good, nobody will force you. Alright? Then the other thing, if you have to be in the dating game, you have to start dating. Don't find yourself dating, and when somebody asks you, how did you find yourself dating, how are you dating, then you are like, I just found myself dating. How? You are not blind, so you have to make a decision, because you have to make a decision of doing something in your life, because it's a process. Dating is a process. Don't start a journey that you'll never see the end. All right, it might not lead to something, but at least you'll be having an end. All right, you'll say that I started dating and now I want to put a full stop on the dating game. I'm out of dating. All right, I want to stay single again. It's not a bad thing. All right, the other thing is to delete or remove expectations. Stop having expectations on somebody that you wanna date, because that is not your brother, that is not your sister. People have been brought up in different background, different education system, different mothers and sisters, like having people having different friends around them. All right, so if you go in dating someone having expectations, maybe that person will disappoint you. All right, so just be there peaceful and wait to see what will happen, and learn how that somebody is. You have to learn, you have to know how that person is. All right, so for you to learn, it takes time. All right, learning takes time, so time will also be a factor. Don't date somebody for too long. Use your eyes, use your ears. Use what is between your ears to know that, learn that somebody. All right. Then the other thing is, don't date that somebody like less time. That's what I mean. There are those people who date for 2 days, then they are married. There are those marriages that are successful in those 2 days, those 2 dating days, and it's a nice thing. If it happens to them, if it goes successful, well and good. But anyway, dating less has its own disadvantages. All right, so the other thing is believe less. Okay, let me be distinctive. All right, let me be like, now you have made a decision of you start dating. All right, now you have that somebody who you want to start dating with. So number one, when you start dating somebody, they'll give you their information. And the video I did like previously, I said about personal profile. All right, and personal the other thing was personal personality, somebody's personality. So just listen. Like, it won't cost you anything for you to listen. When that somebody is like opening up and telling you, he's like giving you his or her information, you need to listen. Don't interrupt, because you need to know that somebody, and he or she has to give you that information, and still you need to dig. You need to dig more and know that person through his friends, his or her friends and stuff. You see? And still, beyond listening, I would say listen more and talk less. If that somebody is like open, just listen. It won't cost you anything. The other thing is, now you have listened, are you going to believe everything that somebody says? Of course no. You can't just be believing anything. That somebody is not Jesus. That somebody is not God. All right? And let me tell you, for real, people will tell you what you want to hear. All right, that is the reason why I'm saying you need to listen first and talk less, because if they if you tell them what you want to hear, definitely, because if they are interested in you, definitely they will tell you what you want to hear. Whose fault will it be? Yours, because you didn't listen first. You need to listen first, then make a decision of, I have this at the back of my mind. At least this is what I wanted. This is what I have to move on with. So that somebody is not the way I wanted him or her to be. So you don't need to go ahead, because that is not what you wanted. All right, that is not like that somebody is not the way he or she is, the way you want that somebody to be. That's what I mean. All right. And on the point of, I think listening takes the whole of these points that I'm going to say. When somebody is like opening up and telling his or her information, you just be like point number 1, point number 2, like highlighting points. All right. So what do you do when you highlight points? You analyze them, because you need to analyze those things, because not everything that happens that somebody says is the real thing of that person. All right. You need to analyze if it's truth or lies. All right. The other thing is making moves cautiously. There is that somebody will be like, by the way, I have wanted to, I have always wanted to date you. So you jump in. Do you jump in, or you are just like, let me take time? So making moves cautiously. Take your time. Rethink. You need to rethink, because sometimes the brain jumps. Right now it is 2021. There is a brain that has jumped to 2030. You've started seeing visions in somebody, and maybe that person is not visionary. All right. That person has no visions. Just because he or she has given you his information and what he wants to do and stuff, don't just make a move. Just be like cautious, because you might be hanging out with a thief, criminal, and that's what will happen next. People, because let me tell you, you need to know somebody's friend, because my mother usually says you will not be too different from these people that you hang out with. Okay, you might create a difference, of course, being a different person from those people you hang out with. But let me tell you, my mother usually says you'll not be too different from 5 different types of people that you hang out with. And that is true. It is true, 100% truth. All right. The other thing is learn and confirm basic facts. You need confirmation of those things. If somebody has given you his or her name, confirm. You can ask that person to see his or ID. All right. I don't know how, but maybe if somebody is like not too serious, you can ask his or her ID. All right, to confirm basic facts, because people lie outside here. The other thing is no, on that point I would say there are those people who watch movies too much. Let me tell you, you see those things that happen in movies, they also happen in real life. Because actually an idea, I tend to believe that for somebody to believe to put an idea into a movie, clearly that's something must have ever happened in real life. All right. So those things that happens in movies happen in real life. So be careful. The other thing is taking time. Let me tell you, you are not living this world. If you are meant to date and marry that person, take time with that person. It all takes time. Because as I said, dating is a process, and a process takes time. So that's why I'm saying you have to take time. Let me tell you, I have been there before. Imagine, I have been there before. But if I knew, I would have taken time. Because it is clear that you are the driver of your life. All right. You are not a passenger. You are the driver of your life. You have to drive your life the way you want it to be. What you want it to be. Your expectations of your life, they must be the way you want. All right? That is the reason why I want to say, don't take your brain on a journey and leave your emotions to be the driver of your life, because if it happens that way, deaths, accidents, collisions, and everything, and even, you know, people falling into depressions and stuff, you know, it happens. These things happen, and you'll just be here regretting, you know. It cannot be even death, but you know, regrets. There is nothing worse like death and regrets at the same time. All right? Because there are those people who regret and become suicidal. They'll be like, I wish I knew. And there is nothing worse as the word I wish I knew. Because if something has happened, it has happened. And you have to admit that something has happened, and you are the driver of that life. And now there is an accident here. So, you know, I hope you guys will listen to this video, watch it, and listen to it carefully. And you know, we are not perfect. Human beings are full of imperfections. You can still comment down below things that I have not mentioned that you know, because you know, in life we keep learning, you know. Like life itself is a school. It's a school. It's some sort of like it's like you are in school, so you keep on learning new things and stuff as time goes by. All right, so that brings us to the end of the video, and see you in the next video. All right, see you in the next video. That's what I mean. Goodbye.